Hey writers, today we're going to be working on the seed ideas that we chose for our speeches. So you'll need to have them ready for our mini lesson. If you need to, pause the video right now and go grab yours. Okay, so the first work we want to do is to practice stating our claims big and bold. Okay, I'm going to try it with my claim right now. We need more diversity in our classroom libraries? No, you're right. That doesn't sound big or bold at all. And it clearly doesn't sound like I'm being convincing. All right, I'm going to try it again. And this time I want to make sure that I am big and bold and brave. We need more diversity in our classroom libraries. Did you hear and see the difference, writers? Did you hear and see how I worked really hard to state my opinion? Now, I want you to try it with your opinion, your claim. I want you to say it out loud, big and bold and brave. Get ready to try it and say it with your whole body. Shoulders back, puff up your chest, and use your boldest, not loudest, but your boldest voice. Show everyone around you how important your claim is. You ready? Go for it. Great. Now we know we're ready for the next step. Your bold and brave claims aren't enough, though, to convince people to change the way that they think and act. We can't just go around shouting at people all day, change, change, change. That isn't going to do it. We need to be smart about our topic and give people information that convinces them to listen. That means that we need to be using the best evidence that's going to prove our claim. When you write your opinion pieces, you gather evidence to convince people. Writers, today I want to teach you that writers collect evidence. One way to do that is to gather what you already know. Let me show you what I mean. So writers, today is a big day for us as writers. Today we're going to gather and organize everything we know about our topic. This is going to help us as we work to be as convincing as possible in our opinion writing. Let me show you a way that's worked for me to plan for this kind of writing. First, I'm going to think about what I know about my topic, diverse classroom libraries. And then I'm going to think about how I could teach people all about diverse classroom libraries. Well, maybe I'll write a few pages about how things are now, which is sort of like writing about the problem. And then I could write a few pages about how things could be better, which is sort of like writing about the solution. I could be jotting tiny notes to myself at the top of my page, maybe listing some of the topics that I want to write about related to the problem. You know, it's kind of like I'm going to be making a mini table of contents for how my speech could go. Let me show you what that could look like. Do you see, writers, how I've listed the problems about my topic and how I've thought all about the things that I know and listed all of those problems? And now that I've written about the problems, I could write about some possible solutions. And after that, I could get started free writing on some of those. To free write on this first problem, that kids need to see characters that don't just look one way, I could think about all of the things that I have to say about this, and then I could write. So let me jot that I'm going to go ahead and do some free writing on that. I'm ready to do it. But to free write on this particular problem, that characters and topics don't always match what readers are interested in, I think that I need to ask a few more kids about this particular topic. So I'll put some question marks beside this one. That'll remind me that I need to ask others and do a little bit more research. Writers, did you see how I did that? Did you see how I thought about my claim and then I thought about what I know and what I could write about right away and what more research I needed to do? I also thought about my claim in a problem and solution structure. That's something you could try too. If your opinion is about someone who is noteworthy, then maybe you could do this sort of writing work too. Like you could first write about the problems, maybe that you think the person doesn't get enough appreciation, for instance. And then you could also make sure you show why that's a problem to you based on what you know about that person. And then you could jot some ideas for the solution, maybe ways that you can suggest people could honor the person more. And did you notice that I didn't just start writing all the details I know about my topic right away? Instead, I took a second to think about all of the subtopics, and then I listed them in a way that would make sort of like a table of contents. Now, I'm hoping that after our unit, we will know how to be really, really convincing in really, really convincing ways. Now, I'm thinking you could try this out right now. Will you think of your own strong claim and start telling yourself everything you already know about your claim? And maybe you could think about the way things are now, like why there's a problem, and then maybe you could be thinking about some possible solutions for this particular problem. You could be jotting your table of contents, thinking about exactly what you're going to write and how it could go, or what further research you need to do. You could try this out right now in the air, writing about your claim, maybe organizing your table of contents, maybe jotting who you're going to talk to next to gather more research so that you can be as convincing as possible. What are the different parts? What does your table of contents look like? As you can see, writers, you've got a lot of work to do. Free writing means that you just keep writing. I'm going to get started writing about my topic, and you can get started writing about your own topic. You might consider doing this writing on loose leaf paper, or maybe you consider opening up a new document. Well, if so, try to remember to write only on one side of the loose leaf if you're going to be writing on loose leaf. Get ready to do some of the best writing you've ever done today, writers. I'm excited to see it. Here we go.